Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia Aviles. I invite you to go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. Also, click the little bell, that way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this beautiful look. If you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I invite you to follow me. Here are my accounts and let's get started. So we're going to start with the face. Obviously I did my eyebrows off camera just to save time and say hello to the uninvited guest today. Anyways, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. matte putty primer. Probably everybody knows about the pink one, the one that minimizes the appearance of your pores. That one became pretty popular. It did work for me. I really like it as a everyday primer, and I wanted to give this one a try because if you know me, I struggle from oily skin. I'm going to be trying this one. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty foundation, and I'm using shade Latte, which it's a little dark for me right now, but I decided to keep it just because we are entering into summer season, so I'm most likely going to be getting a little darker, so this one is going to be perfect. I'm going to use my beauty sponge from Cristal Cosmetics. It's the green one that I love. It's super big, super fluffy, and that's what I'm gonna be using. I'm going to apply it directly into my face. Ooh, I should probably try to cover these guys. Before I do the foundation, I'm going to use a green concealer. Today I'm going to be using the LA Girl concealer, and this one is in obviously green, and green concealers helps to block the red spot. Obviously I have a lot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the ones that are super noticeable or very big. And when you're using a green concealer, just use a little bit. Don't try to use it like regular concealer where you put a lot, just because you're gonna have a hard time trying to cover it, especially if it's one of your first times using it. The first time I used it, I put way too much and I didn't know what to do anymore to blend it and not make it super noticeable. This guy, it's so big and my dermatologist said not to poke my breakouts, so I'm trying really hard to not irritate it and at the same time be able to cover it. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm trying to blend the edges. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I'm going to blend my foundation with the beauty blender that I told you guys about. It's Cristal Cosmetics, crystalcosmetics.com. She has a bunch of awesome stuff there. You guys can purchase it there if you guys like. And with the Huda Beauty foundation, is the only thing is that you have to work fast because it tends to kind of dry pretty fast. So if you're that type of person that likes to put like all the foundation that you're gonna be blending and then blend it all at once, I do not recommend it with this one, just because you have to work fast. It actually is working better. This is my first time applying this foundation with a beauty sponge, and I like it because I feel like since the sponge is damp, like it helps with the dryness. It gets really thick when I use it, when I apply it, when I blend it with a brush. And right now this is my first time using blending it with a sponge, and I actually like it a lot better. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. As you guys can tell, this foundation is really good with coverage. It covers all my redness. I have a lot of red acne scars, so if it works for me, it will probably work for you. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. All right, so that's how it looks so far. Now we are going to move on to concealer. I am going to be using El Maquillage. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but you guys get it. Right there. And I'm going to start doing the new way of applying concealer, which is a little bit here. We're moving on with the trend. No longer big old triangle. So I feel like now everybody kind of knows that we are moving into more dewy, fresh, not super heavy makeup, which in my personal preference, I kind of like it heavy just because I don't have a beautiful natural skin. I had acne, I have texture, I have scars, I have redness, so redness. So obviously those trends with heavy foundation, heavy concealer were beneficial to me because that's exactly what I need in order to cover completely all of my imperfections of my face. Sorry, I can't talk today. But obviously we gotta do what the whole trend is. So I try my best to do a not dewy. I don't think I'm ever gonna be okay with a dewy look just because I am naturally super oily and I do not need to look dewy. I naturally look dewy. But the whole light foundation, light concealer, I'm trying to get comfortable with it because, to be honest, I do not feel comfortable. I feel like I do need more coverage. But at the end of the day, I don't always want to follow all the trends. I feel like trends should only be followed if you like it and if it suits your body. So I don't have to do what everybody else is doing. So if you're like me, you can obviously follow me here in my channel and we can go through the same struggles. I feel like everybody wants to do what everybody else is doing or what the cool people is doing, but at the end of the day, what we want to achieve is a beautiful makeup look, a beautiful face. We don't want to see all the redness, all the wrinkles, all of those things, because that's the purpose of makeup. So anyways, I am doing a second coat of concealer and it's looking really good. And it's not looking cakey, especially if you use a sponge that helps to absorb the extra product. So at the end of the day, you are not putting that amount of makeup on your face because the sponge picks up quite a bit. If you're using a brush, then I would say tone it down a little bit. Try not to touch my little guy over here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that for right now. We are going to set our face, foundation and concealer. I'm going to be using the Hourglass Veil, there we go, Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I'm getting used to the package. I'm so used to like putting a bunch out. This one is like a little oval where all the product sits there. So what I like to do is right before I apply the powder, I like to tap the sponge in just to secure all the fine lines and for my makeup not to start breaking, because that happens a lot to me. I have a bunch of fine lines on my under eye area and my makeup tends to there you go. Just adding a little more. And And then I'm going to put in my nose. Right here. And I use a lot of setting powder for the same reason that I'm very oily. So I feel like girls like me that are very oily, we do need a lot of powder, because otherwise we start getting oily and that's not cute. So once again, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing, which is applying just a little bit of setting powder. If you need more, then do it. You don't need to do exactly what others are doing, and to me, I need this much of powder, if not more, and I am perfectly fine with it, because I rather do this than later on look super cakey, super oily. That is never ever a cute look. So that's what it takes. I'm just gonna use this brush. This one is from Luxie, and I'm just gonna remove the excess powder under my eye area, but at the same time I like to kind of give it a tap in there so they can stay in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a bigger powder brush, and when I remove my powder, I like to go in circular motions just to leave some in there to help me make my face stay matte throughout the day. There's some girls I've seen a lot in TikTok now that they even add another powder, which it has a little bit of like color in it. Like I know I think it's Maybelline, the Fit Me one. It's really good. I'm not gonna do that right now just because the tone of the foundation is actually pretty good and I don't want to mess with it. So there's our face. We are looking normal now. I am going to leave the face alone for right now. I'm going to move on to the eyes. I went ahead and primed my eyelids, and I used the same concealer and just put a little bit of setting powder just so it wouldn't like break. To be using the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 1. I'm going to be doing a purple look, something super easy, nothing crazy. I'm going to start just to help the blending process. I'm going to add this shade right here, which is really light, and I'm just gonna put a very small amount on my blending brush, and I'm going to add it right on the crease. And I don't want that much color in it. I'm just doing it for the purpose of blending it easy, and it's our it's our transition color. So just a little bit. I learned a lot. I mean, not that I know a lot, but what I know, I learned it, most of it, from Jaclyn Hill. And back in the day when she started her YouTube channel, she would always, no matter what color she was doing, what look, she always liked to do a transition color. And I can see the reason why she would do that. I just feel like you do need it, and it makes a difference on the overall look. So she was my teacher, and I am going to follow her steps till I feel like there's something new. But yeah, there you go. So as you can tell, it doesn't even look like I added that color. We're just gonna leave it like that. I am putting a little bit of translucent powder. We'll remove it once we're done. The palette that we are going to be using for the purple color is going to be the James Charles palette, also with Morphe. And we are going to be using the this purple right here, so the light one first, and then we're probably gonna add a little bit of the dark, but we'll see. I'll start with the light purple, and let's get started. Oh yeah, much better. So this is gonna be a purple look all over the lid. So we start with tapping motions and then we start blending it up and out. Once we have that, we are going to start with windshield motions, just so we can give a better shape to our eye. And then I'm going to blend the top. I'm not adding more product, just whatever's left on your brush. You're going to do this on the edge, just so it doesn't leave an actual like line. I'm just gonna go very high and just blend it out, so you see that it's not looking as harsh. And then out here I'm just gonna take it out very light, just so we don't have an actual circle. It just ends right there. I'm not planning on doing a wing liner, so I always like to go like this. I'm going to go back, adding a little bit more, just so we don't lose the intensity of the color. And for that, I'm going to do just tapping motions that applies the color directly into the eyelid. And when you do like the blending motion, you kind of lose a little bit of the color, so that's why I like to first tap, and then we can go ahead and blend whatever's left on the brush. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the concealer right in the middle, because we're gonna do a little shimmery moment there. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit, and then with my finger I'm going to blend it. I don't want a cut crease or anything like that, so I just want to make it very natural. So I'm just gonna blend it with my finger. And then right here it went a little too much. There we go. Just tap. Then I am going to go back with the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 1 with also Morphe, and I am going to grab this color right here. It's like a very shimmery color, and I'm going to apply it right there where we put the concealer, just right there. There we go. And you kind of give it a little bit of a shape right there. So pretty. I'm going to go back with the Morphe palette, and I'm going to grab this color right here that we've been using, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more on the edges of where we applied the shimmery color, just so it doesn't look too harsh, or you can't tell where it ends. And then I'm gonna go back with my finger, that whatever has left I'm going to be adding, and then blending and adding. There you go. Now I'm going to add eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I'm not gonna do a wing. I'm just gonna do a little line here, just so when we add our false lashes, it can look a little more natural. For the eyeliner, liquid liner, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Liquid liner. There we go. And it's just jet black. I finished my eyeliner off camera. So this is what we have now. I'm going to be doing my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera, and obviously as you guys can tell, I removed the translucent powder. We are going to move on to the lower area of our eyes. We are going to go back to the James Charles palette. We are going to be going back with the same purple that we used. For this one, I'm going to grab a smaller blending brush, And we're gonna go, actually I'm gonna use this one first. I'm gonna start doing like in like line right on the lash line. Then I'm going to use the other side of my brush, which is a blending brush, and the same color I'm going to blend it out just so it can look nice and blended and really pretty. For this part, my personal preference is to put a lot. I love having a lot of color there. It just, I don't know, in my opinion, it looks really pretty. If you don't like to put color on this area of your eyes, you can go ahead and skip that step. I just personally think like I have to do it. It just makes the whole look prettier. I don't know. Maybe it's just my shape of eyes. Like I like to have them like very smoky. Even if I'm not doing a smoky eye, I smoke it out with whatever color I'm using. And I use the exact same color, but because I use a precise brush and I put it right on the line, it just gives it like a little bit more of a darker tone, even though you're using the exact same one. I was going to add, that's what I was thinking of, adding the darker purple, but because I'm doing a pop of color, which you guys are going to see right now, I thought it was going to be too much. I'm gonna give it a pop of color to this look. I'm going to once again go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to add this aqua bluish color that she has right here. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. This is the one I'm using. Hold on, let me show you. Something like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add it in our tear dot. Ooh, a lot of fallout. This color is one of my favorite colors for this, for the tear dot area. Sometimes I just do like a very nice wing line and I just add this color here, and oh, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. So I'm just making sure it kind of blends in with the purples. I don't want to grab the purple because it's gonna mess it up. So I'm just, whatever's left on the brush, I'm just blending both of the colors so it doesn't look that bad. And this one needs a little bit of purple here. Then I'm going back with the blending side and then back with the turquoise color. And look at this, it looks so pretty. Obviously right now it might look a little weird, but once we put lashes, it just changes completely. Okay, so for the highlighter of our brow bone, I always have a hard time saying that, I'm going to, just for the purpose of not changing it up again, sorry, I'm gonna grab a brush. I'm going to use this one right here from Jaclyn Hill's palette, which is the second color of the palette, and I'm going to use that one as my highlighter here. Let me get closer. And look at how pretty that is. And I'm going obviously to add more to this side. Well, not more, add some. And I'm just blending it so it doesn't look like purple, then highlight. You know, I don't like lines. So I'm just blending it in. There we go. Look, it needs a little more right here. There you go. It looks so pretty. Okay, for lashes, I'm going to be using, this is my first time using this brand. This is Radiant Beauty, and I love the packaging. So pretty, and this is the style I'm going to be using. I recently discovered this these lashes on Instagram, and the owner seems to be so sweet. Try my lashes on, make sure they're not too long. That's very, very important. Make sure you measure them, make sure they don't need to be cut. If they have a little too much, you just cut them. But yeah, don't forget that step. I'm going to go ahead and apply them off camera, and I will be right back. Lashes are on and they look really, really pretty. I hope you guys are able to see it in camera. They are beautiful. I'm going to add a nude liner in the waterline just so we can open up our eyes a little bit. There you go. There. And now this one. There you go. It looks pretty. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Piel Morena by Cristal Cosmetics. Look at how beautiful this is. I am a proud Mexican, and this is beautiful. This represents our culture, so I love it. I'm going to use the bronzer, which is this one right here. I'm going to use a big brush for that. This bronzer, you gotta be careful because it's pretty strong. You want to start off little by little because the pigment on this palette is really, really good. Just be careful. Super strong, just like all us Mexicans. And it's not easy to get rid of us. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit here. I wanted to do my nose, but I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna use the same brush. Just add a little bit because this one, like I said, is really strong. There you go. There. This palette has a little advertisement. So this palette has a highlighter, a powder. I love this one for the under eye area, but I always forget since I opened this palette towards the end of the look. Anyways, it has the contour shade, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So I mean, this one is one of the items that you want to have in your kit, and it saves you quite a bit of space. And like I said, the shades are very universal, so you are okay if you take it, and you'll be fine to use it on any type tone skin. So for blush, I'm going to use this one that I've been liking a lot. This one is by Tarte, and it's in the shade Party. And I'm just gonna add a little bit, just a tiny bit. I don't want too much because obviously I ended up with a full, like, colorful look. I don't know if I said it, but I was trying to do a soft glam, but it never ends that way. Now we have the bronzer, the blush. We are going to apply highlighter, and for highlighter, you guys probably know which one I'm going to use. I'm going to use my all-time, well, not all-time favorite, my current favorite of favorites of the favorites, which is the Jaclyn Hill highlighter, loose powder highlighter. And this one is in the shade Extra. I love it, love it, love it, and I don't get tired of saying it. You guys probably do get tired of me saying it, but it is my all-time favorite highlighter. I'm trying to get my hands on the other ones that she has, but it's just been kind of difficult. And I'm going to use the brush that came with the highlighter. Well, it didn't, I bought it with the highlighter. This one also you have to be very, very careful because it's super powerful. So I like to add just a little bit and just keep adding as I need, because otherwise it's gonna be really hard to get rid of. Look at that, it's so pretty. Obviously the same on the other side. OMG. Obviously if I had my skin nice and smooth, it would look prettier, but whatever, we still need highlighter. So just gonna add a little bit there on my nose, which it seems it looks like it's a lot, but it's not. It's just because the ring light, it's right in front of me, so it makes it. Let me get rid of a little bit, because then I'm gonna look funny. It's not that much in person, it's just because I'm sitting right in front of the ring light. It just shines a lot, but look at that. So pretty, so pretty. Anyways, okay, so that's the highlighter. Oh, I was gonna actually, that was my last step for the eyes. I'm going to add a little bit of extra right in the center of the, oh my god, look at that. You guys cannot tell me that this makes a difference. This is with Extra by Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, and this is without Extra. So we obviously need Extra right in the center. Look how beautiful that is. And since we're already here, we're gonna add a little bit into the brow bone. To finish this look, do some lipstick. Obviously I'm gonna keep it very neutral because we already have a lot going on in our eye area. So I'm going to grab the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner, lip pencil, and this one is in the shade Coconut. There's the liner, and now I'm going to add this lipstick. This one is by Life Glam, and this one is in shade Plain Jane. There you go. This is the final look. Oh, actually, one more thing. We're gonna go ahead and set our face. We are going to be using the Morphe setting spray that Jeffree Star created with them. I am finally done with this look. I think it looks really, really pretty. It's super summery, super spring vibes. So I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give me a like. Leave a little comment in there in the comment section if you wish to. If you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, here are my accounts once again. That way you guys can follow me there. Hope you guys like it. I really, really, really like it. My name is Cynthia Aviles. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.